everyone, it's Louise here from Crazy Borgies. I hope you're all well and fine on this beautiful February day. Here in the UK, the weather is pouring down with rain and not very beautiful at all, but hey ho. To cheer myself up, we're going to do a stitch along today's video. Okay, so we're carrying on with the River Valley Four Seasons Spring and 14 count Ada cloth, 31 centimeters by 31 centimeters from Biggest Craft. Okay, so I continued a little bit more last week, so you can see that I've finished like a little quarter of it there. So yes, I've just moved on slightly lower down and we're just going to stitch along here. So let's get stitching, but first and foremost, if you like my content, then please like, subscribe, share, comment down below, follow me on TikTok and Instagram on Crazy Borgies Diamond Art, and hit the little notification bell which will notify you of my future video uploads. Okay, and I hope you're all well and fine today. Let me just adjust your, hang on, I'm going to try and zoom you up a bit now. There. Okay. So I'm just going to fold this bit over. This is how I stitch in hand. Like so. Oops, I've just put moisturiser cream on my hands, so they're a bit slippery. It's my eczema's playing me up today on my hands. Never mind. So I'm really enjoying this one, really loving this one. I highly recommend it because it is really fun to stitch. And really easy as well. So it's still half term here in the UK. Kids are off for a week. And yeah, not really much to report when the weather is how it is. Went to the park yesterday. It was a bit milder yesterday and the sun was out briefly, so I went to the park and spent an hour there with them. And that was it really. Might try and take them bowling tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see how they behave today. I'm just going to zoom you up a bit more, I think. There. That's a bit better. I'm sitting stitching this on my sofa at the moment. My little one, you will hear some background noise because my little one is just sitting at the table having her breakfast. She's not feeling well. She's got a bit of a cold. Unfortunately though, it's this time of year, isn't it, when the colds are lurking. Some of this symbol over here is difficult to see really what this symbol is, so I'm going to have to double check with my chart. I'm working on the orange circular symbol. sometimes when there is a lot of confetti in a certain area, it can be really tricky, and especially if there's lots of different symbols in the same colour. That's why I think I was sitting there stitching this one evening, and I was like, you know what, I need to just wait till it's daytime to stitch this, because I just couldn't see the symbols. I was just watching a bit of the news this morning about this lady still missing in the UK here, Nicola Bully, her name is. And they've now released some more details about her, saying that she had struggles with alcohol. And this was all happening while she's going through the menopause, apparently. But I'm not sure how relevant that is to the case, but they still haven't found her. They don't think she's in the river now, but the police are adamant she's fallen into the river. But the family aren't. They're not convinced by that theory. Unfortunately, there's only one person that knows what happened to her, and that's the dog. But unfortunately, the dog can't tell us, can it? So it's yeah, it's a mystery, and I don't think that it will get solved, to be honest with you. Let me just pull out this chart, because I need to check this symbol here. Okay. So yeah, it's just really, really confusing what the police are saying now. As now you're thinking, well, maybe she's wandered off somewhere and gone on a bit of an alcohol party or something. You just don't know what to think, you know. I mean, yeah. My mum had problems with alcohol, so I can completely relate. And in fact, that's what ended up killing her in the end, was alcohol abuse. It's move you out slightly. It's a terrible, terrible thing. And as a result, that's why I won't have alcohol in my house, because as a daughter of an alcoholic, I've seen firsthand what damage it causes. It's not worth the risk, and it does run in families as well. So yeah, and if that makes me boring, that makes me boring, but as I said, I saw firsthand the damage that alcohol does, and it's not a pleasant thing to witness. Anyone that's an alcoholic, really. And if she's got small daughters, then yeah, the best thing they can do, really, she could do as well, is keep away from the daughters if she does have severe problems with alcohol. But we don't know, because there's lots of theories going round. So we just have to wait and see. If they do get any answers on this case, I'm not sure they will. But never mind. I think I'm going to change my floss colour now, because for this particular symbol, it's very, very difficult to see in parts. So I think I'd have to be under a spotlight or something. So I'm just going to pause you and change my floss colour to a different shade. So hold on 1 second. Right, I'm back. So I'm doing this green, light green symbol, which is DMC code 3756. It's like a real light creamy blue. But actually it looks white, but I think it does have a bit of blue. So yeah, it's all still a bit of a mystery, this lady that's gone missing, but you have to feel for the family though. You know, they must be worried sick about her. Rio is in a grumpy mood this morning, and got her out briefly, and she was just not in the right mood for it. So I said to her, you need to go back to the cage, because she was really grumpy and really bitey. So I was just like, yeah, she's not feeling it today. So yeah, try not to go through the stitch of the, when I'm going through that Ada cloth of the other stitch. It's quite tricky. Whoops, there we go. What's happened here? What's happened here? I'm not quite sure. Okay, let me pause you and I'll sort this out, because I'm not quite sure what happened there. And no, we got a lovely knot. Okay, hold on a sec. Right, we're back. I'm not quite sure what the heck happened. At this point, I stumped my finger onto the needle and really hurt it. Really hurt my finger there, guys. Where's that tape? I'm going to use that this tape this morning. Ow, really hurt my finger. This tape is good for that. There. Oh, God, that really hurt. I'm not going to lie, that really did hurt my finger. Oh, okay. Oh, let's see now. There. Ow, really hurt my finger there, look. Drew blood on it. Never mind, never mind. These things happen. So yeah, so far it's been quite an uneventful week. Not really much going on. And I needed that. I needed a slow, I think the kids did as well, a slow half term, because they are absolutely shattered. I'm not going to lie. They are just worn out. I haven't even got dressed so far today, hence my funky pajama bottoms. It's just too like, oh, it's wet, it's rainy, and I definitely don't want to go out anywhere today. But I might have to go out on a drive if my little one kicks off, because she likes going out. My finger really is hurting me there. Look, I drew blood on it, only a little bit. So I try not to watch too much of the news because it just gives me great anxiety, guys, to be honest with you. You know, what else did I watch? I'll tell you what I have been watching. I have been watching this Love is Blind. It's a sort of like a series on Netflix, and it's where they put people into like a pod, and they've never met each other, seen each other before. They just have to get to know each other on like a they just have to get to know each other behind closed doors, basically, and then they decide at the end of it if they want to marry the person or not. It's really quite interesting. And the whole thing is can you fall in love with someone that you've never seen? And I really do think that you can. It is possible. But whether or not it's a true love or not is different, because the problem is I feel like a lot of them are falling in love with the idea of someone and not necessarily the person themselves. It's the idea that they've come to in their heads of that person, when in reality, you know, once you're living with someone and once you've been with someone a while, you start to know that their flaws are there, that everyone has flaws, no one's perfect, you know. And this is what I think happens a lot, is they sort of think, yes, this person's perfect, and then they sort of give them time in the 4 weeks to live with each other and get to know each other a bit more better. And sometimes that's the breaking point, is when they realise that actually this person that I thought they were in my head isn't reality. You know, because we can all sit there and daydream about our ideal person, what they'd look like, what personality traits we want them to have, etc. But in reality, most of the time, you have to compromise on something. Whether it be you're compromising on the look of someone for the personality traits that you want, or vice versa, really. It's really a tricky one, because we all have our ideal person in our head of what we would want a person to be like, you know. And I can honestly say, like, when I was in a relationship with my children's father, he was a really good looking guy, you know, but he knew it, and it was like, it started to get on my nerves, because excuse me, vanity, it's not a nice trait, you know. And when you're young, it's fine, but as we all know, looks fade after a while, and then you're left with this horrible personality, and you're just like, oh, actually, you know, you're not that nice a person. And, you know, it does wear on you after a while. And, you know, he was a really good looking bloke, but personality wise, he was just, it was like talking to a brick wall. It was really hard work. And as you guys know, I like to talk. I like to talk a lot. And yeah, he would always say, like, oh God, you know, like, you tell, his number one thing with me was, he'd always say, you tell me too much of myself. Was it? Yeah, no, you tell me too much about myself. That was it. Because I was always telling him, like, you know, you should be doing this with your daughter. You should be doing that with your daughter. And we'd have an argument. He'd be like, you just tell me too much about myself. I don't like it, you know. And I'd be like, well, that's because my idea of what a father is, and obviously his idea of what a father was, were completely different. All about compromise, isn't it? And if you can't compromise for your children, then you're not going to be able to compromise for anything, are you, really? Yeah. I learnt the hard way that, you know, beauty isn't always skin deep. You know, like, I hope this camera angle is okay, because it sort of fell when I hit my finger. It fell at an angle. But I'll tell you what I did watch. Change the subject now. Was last night I was sitting here and a film came on YouTube, or I saw a full length film come on YouTube, and it was about Saint Bernadette. And I was like, oh, that looks interesting. So I like to learn about all the saints and that. So they usually have quite interesting, you know, stories that go with it. Their life story even. And yeah, it was very interesting about what she went through in her life. And I always find with the saints, most of them die really young as well. And I wonder if that's why they're so spiritual, because they sort of know they're not going to be on this planet long, you know. But yeah, it was very interesting. I think she was only in her mid-20s, bless her, when she died. So but I think, you know, with in today's generation of people is completely different, isn't it? Because social media as well, it's a blessing, but it's also a curse, I find. So there we go. I'm just jibber jabbering on about nonsense this morning. Still haven't decided which of my big ones I'm going to stitch, because I might just stitch them all. Rotate them. And I did actually go on Amazon and find myself some cute little beaded cross stitch as well. So I will be doing that on my channel at some point in the near future as well. There we go. So we're still working on the sky section of this. I think that the actual blossom tree is going to be the hardest part, because I think that's where it's going to be the most confetti-ish. Just trying to see, because we do have quite a few different shades of pinks. Just trying to see where we're at. Oh, 36 minutes already, guys. I'm also going to be uploading a knit along as well. So I need to do some knitting. So I might as well do it with you guys. And I've been doing some diamond painting this week as well. Whoops, there we are. Been doing a very colourful, vibrant unicorn. Absolutely love it. It's been great fun, actually. I do love colourful paintings, I must admit. I really struggle with dark coloured paintings. They're just, you know, I run out of momentum with them. It's kind of like, ugh, another dull colour, you know. Our floss is going here on this for sure. So I tried to take my daughter to I tried to go into shops with them this week, but it didn't happen, guys. Yes, the joys of being an autistic mother once again. Did not happen at all, because my child that has special needs, the severe one, oh my gosh, she flipped the heck out, and I was just like, you know what? Some battles are worth it, and in this case, I'm just going to admit defeat. Oh, she was just not a happy bunny at all. Something, and this time we didn't even make it inside the shop's front door, guys. It was a case of she flipped out before we even went in. And I was just like, you know, it could be anything that's scaring her. Anything that's upsetting her, you know. It could be the way the lights are dangling from the ceiling. It could be the music they're playing in the shops. It could be anything. It could even be the plants that they've got outside the shop, you know, which is what my eldest was convinced it was, that it was the plants that was scaring her. But I don't know. Being that she can't talk, we don't really know what it was. But in the end, I sat in the car with her, and the other three went in with my eldest. So, and then she flipped out even more because she saw them in the shop and was like, well, you know, she didn't want them in the shop, clearly. So, yeah. It's very tricky. Very tricky when it's like that. I'm going to just cast off, guys. Hang on a sec. Right, I'm back again here, guys. Oh, I can hear movement coming down the stairs. Quite fiddly this morning. Been trying to practice this two-handed stitching thing, but I think, to be fair, I think you'd need to have it in a frame. Whoops, to be honest with you. Whoops, my left hand isn't great with the control. Right, no, it's just got all tangled. There. Whoops. Yeah, no, I think to get the gist of two-handed stitching, I think it would obviously have to work in, you'd have to work in a frame. Right, I think just a couple more stitches and then I'm gonna say adios. because the day's getting away with me, and I could sit here cross stitching all day long once I get in that zone. You know, you think, oh yeah, I'll just do over here, I'll just do over there. Then before you know it, a 5-minute stitch along turns into an all day stitch along. Oh dear. There we go. The other day I fell asleep when I was stitching. Oh God, I woke up. I was in so much pain because I'd fallen asleep with my neck at a funny angle. Oh, but it's easy to do because it does relax you so much. It really does. Well, it relaxes me. That and knitting. Oh, yeah, I could fall asleep knitting any day of the week. Anyway, okay then, so I'm going to love you and leave you. So thank you for joining me today for this stitch along. I know the colour has been a bit meh, a bit boring, the colour of the floss, but overall I think the picture is coming together very nicely. And yeah, just take care of yourselves, guys. Look after yourselves and one another, and obviously like, subscribe, share, follow me even on TikTok and Instagram on Crazy Porgy's Diamond Art, and hit that little notification bell which will notify you of my future video uploads. Okay, so I will just zoom you out so you can see where I'm at once I can get my needle through. Come on, come out, come out, come out. Where are you? There you are. Right, let me zoom you out. There. So you can see all the different shades of the sky coming out. Looks like birds, I think, a bit. So just up in this section here, that's what we've done. Let's do a comparison. So yeah, it does, it's getting there, isn't it? Very slowly, very slowly. So lovely. I'm liking it so far. I just, oh, this bit's starting to scare me a bit, this tree. I think I'm going to have to really concentrate. So, especially on these orange parts. Anyway, take care, God bless, and I hope you all have a beautiful remainder of your day. And obviously, thank you so much for joining me today. I can't think because I need a coffee. Thank you so much for joining me today's stitch along. I hope you've enjoyed it. Take care, God bless, and I will speak to you all soon. Bye for now, guys. Bye.